Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today, as you see, I am talking about Batman 3 Jokers issue 2. So it's a 3-issue arc. After the second issue, yeah, I mean it's going okay. That's pretty much all I can say without spoilers. As everyone knows, I've been wanting to give all of the DC Black labels sort of a go, because I like the idea of that publication. You know, something that's a bit more dark, something that's a bit more adult, using the characters in a slightly different way. And the original concept for 3 Jokers I thought was fantastic. I thought it was a really interesting thing. I'd love to know why. Why there are 3 Jokers. Now I'm wondering, why do the story? It's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just another Batman story. The one thing I would say, I'm going into a little bit of spoiler territory now. The one thing I would say that's really good about this issue is the way it dives into sort of Jason Todd's sort of mental state. So that I kind of appreciated. The way that it plays on what happened to Jason, and what could happen going forward, and everything surrounding that with him and the Bat family, and how he has been an outsider sort of from the beginning, and then made even more of an outsider because of what happened. I think it is incredibly well written by Geoff Johns in that perspective. With the fact that it's this sort of 3 Jokers, I was expecting more of a why there's 3 Jokers, what implications could that have going forward, and at the moment all I'm getting is kind of a basic Bat story with just a little bit more heart and a little bit more depth to the characters, which I like. I don't get me wrong, I like the depth of the characters. And Jason Todd, I think, is the one that's been written really well in the series so far. He's a very complex character, and in the hands of Geoff Johns, I think it shows one, how good Johns is as a writer, 2, how good the character of Jason Todd / Red Hood can be in the right hands. He is violent. He is a sort of more of a vigilante character, more of a violent vigilante character than a Batman. He has had that trauma. So this issue 2 is more of a dive into him, and I really did appreciate that. Overall, the artwork, was it Jason Fabok? I think it is, isn't it? Yep, it is. I shouldn't doubt myself. The artwork is exceptional. I mean, it's so clean cut and polished. I can't fault it at all. I really can't. Like I said, the writing, there are some elements that are exceptional to this writing. Like I said, the deep dive into Jason, I think, is some of the best things I've read in a Batman story. So I'm hoping that will continue into the 3rd issue, and I'm hoping other things will develop as well to give this a proper story arc ending. I will say, when it comes to the Black Label books, I have been critical in terms of how much you get for a sort of premium product, and I do really appreciate the fact that you're getting. I'll show you. You are getting a fairly hefty book. I haven't counted the pages, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it's probably about 50 or something pages. So it is quite a thick book. It's not a typical thin comic book, and the fact that it does have some great artwork, and the cover page is fantastic. I really like the cover page for issue 1 and 2. So having more of a sort of hardened book, I do appreciate that. And like I have said in the past, I do not mind paying a premium price for a premium product. What I have a problem with is paying a premium price for what would be classed as a sort of normal product. Don't just stamp Black Label on it and expect me to pay more for something that is clearly standard. You know, this is supposed to be a more high-end thing. So I have been very critical of the Black Label print at times. There are some, I think, duds throughout the label so far. I am still hoping it picks up, and we've had it for, I want to say a few years now. I can't even remember how long. So I'm hoping we're going to get some good stuff. I'm hoping this is another one that maybe, if it finishes, if it lands the third issue, and it does it well, this could be a good series. I don't think it'll match to the heights of the Black Label with like Harleen. Harleen, I think, is one of the best books I've ever read, just hands down. Not just a Black Label print. That is just a phenomenal book. This could be a good book as long as it really gets that landing right. You know, it has to close this arc well. If it doesn't, I think it's just going to be just another one of those. Just another Batman story, and considering the artwork is great by Jason Fabok, and considering some of the writing by Geoff Johns is incredible, for this to be very middle of the road, very average, I think would be a kind of a travesty, to be honest, and I think it'd be a wasted opportunity. But guys, obviously, when I get around to getting that third issue and I read it, I will let you know how it ends. If you guys are interested in reading Batman 3 Jokers, let me know what you guys think. Or if you want to read it, if you have read it, what do you think? You know, let me know down in the comments, because it's always nice to hear from you guys. And I will see you in the next video.